source in the object shapes, we have one as boxes and two as cylinders. To change this conveyor shape, I can change the entry. So we have the trigger, and on entry, as we see here, we see here the color, and in change to the shape to number 1, which is boxes. So they are entering all cylinders because we changed that on the processor. But because these are wrong, I change when they enter in here from cylinder to boxes. So that's how it works. So let's see now how to work with the visual tool. So let's drag the visual tool on the 3D view of the model, double click on the visual tool. So let's go straight forward to what we are looking for, which is show a message with the statistics that we have for each conveyor. How many are good and how many are with errors or defects. So I will put these statistics on here. So let's put now a text visual display, and look at that. I can see now that I have the message hello. Sorry. So double clicking here. Let's change the size to 2, and let's change the thickness to 0.8, for example. Apply, OK, and let's see what happened now. Look at that. It has changed the dimension and the thickness of that. So remember that with this green, blue, and red button, you can change a little bit the position of your message. So let's double click again, and here I will change the message. Alright, so I want to show the display object statistics. Okay, in display object statistics, you see now that we have a message that says object statistics. So if I look at the icon here at the object, let's see what's happening. Okay, so display object statistics. So let's put good. I want to see how many good items are getting out or in the conveyor. So center object, I will explain later what it means by center object. Statistical content. So that statistical will show me how many items are now in the conveyor, but I don't want that. I want to know how many items are getting into the conveyor. Okay, in this way I can count the number of good items that are getting into my system. So apply and OK. So let's see how it works. Well, but before that, remember that we have to connect. We have to tell the system what I want to do. So I want with S to connect the conveyor to the good. Remember that A is for flow and A is for S for processes or connections to statistical objects, like in this case. Alright, so let's reset and run the model, and let's see what's happening. You see, it's counting how many good items are coming into my system. Let's now copy the visual tool good into a new tool. So let's press Ctrl C, and then I press the Ctrl key, and I will now put the new object wherever I want. So I will put, let's put it in here. So double click in the properties. Let's change the text. So in text display, let's press in the properties. I will change it good for, we can put rejections. Let's put rejections. Central object current 1, I will explain what it means in a couple of seconds. And then input, so I leave like that in input because I want to see how many are getting into the conveyor, but I also can use output, how many are going from the conveyor to the queue. For this case is exactly the same, so let's leave in input. Okay, okay, so now I have the rejection. That is a little bit big, the title, but let's put it in here to see how it looks now. All right, I want to check. First I have to connect, sorry, before starting. Now I want to check in the general, the central ports. That was what I was telling you before. I want to check now. So every single object have an input port, a central port, and output port. Okay, so for these objects, these visual tools, it only have, as you see, they don't have input and output. They just only have a central port, which means it's connected to conveyor 5. Okay, so that means that if I click in this tool, I will have a central port connected to conveyor 4. All right. If I click, for example, in the processor in general, you see you have input port conveyor 3. All right. It's coming from conveyor 3, which is this one, and the output port is conveyor 4. It's the port number 1, and the port number 2 is going to conveyor 5. That's how these ports are very important, especially when you are building your model and you are doing separation of products. We will check that in the next class. We need to understand how the ports work. Okay, so now we have completed a small task. Well, I make a small grammar mistake, so I will change the spelling error that I have right now. Is rejections with one T, so I will fix it. It's good to have errors because we know how to fix it. Looks better. I want also to change the colors because gray is a little bit sad color, so I will put like a different color. So I'm moving again this a little bit. I will change this good for greenish color. I will choose one of these greens, and I want to change these rejections to probably reddish color or red. So I press in here. Let's put this red. Let's do red. I will put a little bit more lighter. Yeah, that's much better for in my case. In my prefer this one. Okay. Now we are concentrating in the Model 5. Model 5 is about MTBF, mean time between failures, and MTTR, which is mean time to repair. Every machine have down times when they have problems. You have to be repaired. Even a new machine needs a initial maintenance. But even humans, humans needs a break. In Australia they call it a smoke time, just in the morning, morning tea and afternoon tea or whatever. Okay, so that's what we need to program now. So this machine, this processor, have to go for maintenance. So let's double click in here. No, it's not in here. Sorry, it's in tools. So we have to go to tools and let's check this option, MTBF and MTTR. I already have created this MTBF, so I can delete it. So I will delete all to start again, and I will create a new one. All right. So tools, add. You see the previous parameter window have disappeared, and I have a new one, and it's called MTTR, and you have here the number 1. Okay, so first time failure time in this option is the first time that the machine needs maintenance. For some machines this time is faster, is the first 10 hours of work or something like that. For example, a